our first graduate right over here, Mr. Luke Kaminsky, and we will go from there. Here we go.
Feel like we've been here before. Luke Kaminsky. Yasmin Ibrahim. Ariana Hernandez. Kirsten Huber. Claire Gaelic. Dennis Usman. Gabriela Giorbardo. Edward Kravitz. Harrison Gill. Jack Gill. Jamie King. Michelle Kleinson. Claire Hunter.
They forgot their posters up here for their speeches, so they're going to meet me in that place.
Jillian Koski. Sean Johnson. Juliana Gardner. Justin Jactiani.
Yeah, Jax.
Michael Herman. Carson Kraus. Michael Johansson. Anthony Gerasi. James Calhoun. Deepak John. Lisa Jose. Noah Goldstein. Kenneth Kwan. Stephen Kazemchek. Michael Kirby. Jaden Hakeem. Jesse Hertwig. Matthew Gross. Erica Brenning. Morgan Kaplan. Victoria Gorovic. Aaron Negan. Caitlin Holtz. Haley Kimmelman. Christine Ainiello. Harry Keener. Alexia Ingenito. Alexander Garcia. Deanna Greenblatt. Haley Chuson. Isaiah Hernandez. Frankie Cisetti. Christopher Federico. Abdul Habib.
Okay. So it's raining a little bit. Are we okay staying for a few minutes? Okay, we have one more graduate. Oh, bye. Here we go! Yes!
And the rain is stopping. We'll wait for Mom and Dad. We'll wait for Mom and Dad. Wait for Mom and Dad. Wait for Mom and Dad. Feels good, doesn't it? Yes. Oh, it's great. Marco Hanna. There you go, Marco.
My dad went home to eat his snack.
Thank you, Marco.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Hanna. That was wonderful. Okay, so we are going to circle back around to our first speaker. I would like to welcome to the podium our board member, Ms. Tracy Miller.
Okay, good afternoon, graduates, families, staff, and guests. This was supposed to be a very different speech for a different day and place. And I do want to acknowledge that today was supposed to be different. As you sit here in your caps and gowns, I'm sure mixed emotions are running through your hearts. The end of any era is bittersweet, but this ending is especially fraught with emotion. You think of the happy times, the friendships made, the experiences shared with those you've come to love, and how that abruptly ended and the world changed. You looked forward to the end of senior year with the anticipation of all that was to have happened, and suddenly everything was different. But I want you to know that there's still a sense of excitement for the challenges and experiences yet to come. I would like you to remember that nothing is ever truly lost. Each of you is a compilation of all of your experiences, the ones you have and the ones you don't have. And this experience has made the class of 2020 a little different. With this knowledge, you leave Calhoun as young adults, moving into a world that's different as well. Mother Teresa said, if we have no peace, it's because we've forgotten we belong to each other. If we look at the condition of the world today, it is obvious that we have forgotten. But it is your charge as the next generation to invent, to heal, to discover, to create, and to govern. And to do those things differently because your world is different. Be aware of what is happening politically, environmentally, and socially. Dedicate a portion of your life to improving humanity in your town, country, or the world. Stand for something and make your voice heard. I hope you leave Calhoun knowing that the road to being an informed citizen is through education. Continue to take your education seriously and never stop learning. The one thing that cannot be taken from you is your education, and with that, and possibly a YouTube channel, you can change the world and hold the world to the tenet that we belong to each other. Graduates, believe in yourself even when life seems uncertain. Be thoughtful, be brave, be honorable and true. If you hold to that, you will create a world that is better than before, one where we know we all belong to each other. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Miller, for the wisdom you have imparted today. I now introduce you to your class presidents. You gave Lindsey Brown and Noah Marchuk the responsibility of being president, and we need to thank them for their outstanding service to the class. I'd like to ask them to make their way up onto the stage. I'd also like to take this, please give them a round of applause. Thank you. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our other class officers, Julia Manson, Grace O'Sullivan, Taylor Shanstra, and Gabriela Del Pozo for their service and for their contributions to your high school experience. Lindsay, Noah, please take the podium.
Oh, that's done great.
Before we start, Lady Gaga once said, "I'll never be dry, but at least I'm alive. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me." Thank you all for proving that. Give yourselves a round of applause. But anyways, welcome Ms. Hollings, faculty, administration, our class advisor, Mrs. Arresto, parents, and graduates. I'm Noah Marchuk.
And I'm Lindsey Brown, and we are your class of 2020 presidents. Although we missed our final semester together, we are still fortunate enough to be able to commemorate our final moments of high school together. Senior year is supposed to be one of the most memorable times in a student's life, but we should not put their life thinking of what could have been. Instead, let us play back the tape and recall all of the shared accomplishments and good times.
At the end of the timeless 1980s cult classic, The Breakfast Club, when the disparate group of 5 teenagers from very different social groups, John the Rebel, Claire the Princess, Allison the Outcast, Brian the Brainiac, and Andrew the Jock, come together as their day of detention is coming to an end, Brian says this: "I know it's kind of a weird time, but I was just wondering, what is going to happen to us on Monday, when we're all together again? I mean, I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?"
This quote is applicable to the class of 2020, and that we have been thrust into these uncertain times, and our relationships with one another have grown ever more complex, as well as tested on a daily basis. But with perseverance and determination, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And these 2 principles have been the guiding factors in the success of this year's graduating class.
One of our biggest accomplishments as a class is our performance at class night these past 2 years. Some of us may not have competed in events for points, but each of us came together in the stands to support one another, celebrate, and just have a great night together. You may not have even known the person next to you, but you were still working together to achieve a common goal, even if you did not know it at the time. Last year, we may have been demolished by freshmen, not once, but twice in tug of war, but we did not let that crush our spirits. Every year, we dominated the decoration category with everyone's effort, especially in the art department. Our beautiful murals will always be on display in the West Cafeteria for everyone to admire our hard work and dedication. The class of 2021 can deny this all they want, but we want Class Night 2020.
Nikki Devlin, we're looking at you. In anticipation of what would have been arguably the best prom in Sanford H. Calhoun history, our class came together to work hard to fundraise to attain this goal. Lucrative bake sales every other week were ambitious, we admit, but that did not stop us from cranking out fresh plates of baked goods. Not only were we working around the clock making brownies and cookies and cakes,
Oh my.
every dollar made at those bake sales was another step closer to the most memorable and amazing prom. Prom is supposed to be the cherry on top to a successful 4 years of high school, but this year we're dealt the shorthand, and that we were deprived of one. Probably our most...
The fun doesn't have to be over this year.
What do you mean, Noah?
Lindsay, without you, prom would be as empty as the supermarket shelves. Will you go to prom with me?
Wow, Noah, that was very unexpected. Of course I'm going with you. Probably our most notable fundraiser was this year's Colt Fest. Colt Fest has been an ever-growing event at Calhoun just before our homecoming game each year. We partnered with the class of 2021 and our sports boosters to organize one of the most successful Colt Fest to date. With inflatable bouncy houses, obstacle courses, and of course, human hungry hippos, we drew in not only students, but teachers, their families, and kids from all around the Belmar Merit community. We even had 2 delicious food trucks, one of which arrived late because he had just come back from competing on Chopped.
Yes, the one from the Food Network. No big deal. Pause for attention.
High school is the place where you can redefine yourself and think about how you want to present yourself and how others perceive you. Each of us had a different experience of different experience in high school, but we have survived these past 4 years together. Whether positive, negative, or somewhere in between, every interaction you have had throughout these 4 years has helped shape you into the person you are today. The people you chose to surround yourself with and ways you chose to apply yourself have given you the ability to make lifelong connections.
These connections were put to the test in an unprecedented way. Right as we were approaching Class Night 2020, AP season, and what should have been the highlight of our senior year, a pandemic struck and hysteria was rising. In just 1 week, we went from hugging our friends in the hallways to masks, latex gloves, a lack of human interaction, and ultimately a stay-at-home order. In the midst of a global pandemic, our generation has been challenged once again and showed our dedication and passion for equality and human rights for all. Following the wrongful death of George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter movement was thrust into the mainstream and finally exposed the injustice people of color have been forced to face for so many years. We, as a generation, have demonstrated that we will not stand for injustice and sit idly by while millions of innocent people are wrongfully targeted and oppressed.
Our generation has experienced so much. We were born in the wake of 9/11, experienced Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Sandy, lived through the Great Recession, the war in Afghanistan, the birth of Facebook and social media, and just this year, lived through murder hornets, a human rights movement, and of course, a global pandemic. At just 18 years old, so many of us have been dealt a hand where we had to grow up before being able to enjoy being a kid. And in these 18 years, we not only met each other, but we grew with each other. There was always someone in your class or on your team that had gone through some of the same things you did. And there is so much comfort in that, knowing that you are never truly alone.
As a class, both at Calhoun, around the country, and even the globe, we have come together under these unfortunate circumstances, and we are all bound by this experience. We are now a class of firsts. First to utilize extensive remote learning. First to have a commitment day parade. First to experience online AP testing. And for some of us, first to have virtual proms and graduations. Much like the students in the Breakfast Club, we cannot forget the people we sit with today. So, class of 2020, we ask you this. What will happen to us tomorrow? Will we still be bonded by this experience? The answer is yes. We cannot forget the people we sit with today, for we have lived through so much together. We may have experienced the pandemic in separate ways, but we have done so together. We have proven we are strong and resilient and can persevere through all of life's challenges if we do so together. Remember Calhoun. Once a Colt, always a Colt.
Thank you so much, Lindsay and Noah. Are we still okay? Okay. Now, the sun is beautiful there, isn't it? I would like to now welcome to the podium Adam Gopan, salutatorian of the senior class. While he makes his way to the stage, let me say that he is not only an academic powerhouse, but he is a world-class musician who excels in math, in addition to all other academic areas. He will be attending Georgia Institute of Technology in the fall, where he will study mathematics.
Good evening. Giving a speech at graduation is a great honor. This year, it is 6 times the honor. A year to replace in-person classes with Zoom sessions, and a year to trade class nights for binge-watching Tiger King. We may have lost several important coming-of-age moments, but look closer, and you can see the strength and resilience it has taken for us to endure this crisis. As I look toward our future, seeing this spirit and camaraderie gives me hope, for our generation has found itself at a turning point in human history. In the coming years, we will embark upon endeavors that will have profound effect on us and our descendants. To name just a few of these undertakings, it will be our generation which opens up a new era of space exploration, putting the first men and women on Mars and establishing a permanent moon base. It will be our generation which will fight and save the Earth from climate change. It will be our generation that will invent incredible new forms of communication and entertainment that we can't even imagine. It will be our generation which will be responsible for answering questions such as, what are the dangers of self-learning artificial intelligence? Is it okay for us to live in a world of mass surveillance? These are the challenges we will face as our reality starts to look more like a science fiction plot. Soon, it will be our time to write in the book of human history. It will be our responsibility to write a new chapter that will define our generation and guide the many generations to follow. Now, I realize that I'm talking about lofty ideas that are still in the distant future. And tomorrow, the class of 2020 certainly won't be curing cancer, going to space, or naming our kids X-A12. And that's fine. Tomorrow, we should be celebrating. Let's enjoy our lives as we explore the world, learning and gaining experience as we go. But as we live in the moment, exploring life, always remember to keep an eye on the future. This pandemic is only the beginning of our chapter. But as we struggle to overcome this, we can build the confidence to face any challenges that the future will bring. And we can know that the achievements of the 21st century, which future generations will look back upon with great admiration, are our own. Thank you.
Outstanding, Adam. Thank you very much. I now welcome to the podium the valedictorian of the senior class, Mark Ediotti. While he makes his way to the stage, yes, let me share that Mark shows a passion for history, a commitment to science research, and a love for music. His passion for politics and foreign policy marked his entire high school career, and I know that he will do amazing things in the future. He will attend the University of Pennsylvania in the fall.
Good evening, class of 2020. First, I want to take a moment to thank our faculty. Their efforts over these last few months, trying to make our senior year something special, despite the extenuating circumstances, is a microcosm of the love and support they have given us. None of us would be here today, celebrating our accomplishments, without the administration and security that welcomed us in the morning, the teachers and the counselors that guided us through our day, and the custodians and cafeteria workers who are there to make the academic setting more pleasant. We'll be forever grateful for the mark you've left upon our lives. Secondly, I want to thank my parents, especially my mom, who endured her struggles with lymphoma to, quote, just see my baby grow up. and for instilling me with the values that are an integral part of who I am today. I also wish to take a moment to thank my grandparents for laying the foundation for my success. Class of 2020. From the global pandemic to economic crisis to social unrest, our generation is no stranger to moments of transformative change. In fact, it has been sown into the very fabric of our existence. And we had experienced all of that in just the first 18 years of our life. No matter what the future holds for us, I am optimistic because we have looked life straight into the eyes and have emerged stronger, freer, and wiser than ever before. In high school, I've learned that there are 3 steps to achieving fulfillment in life, and it's all about our approach to change. Socrates told us to build it. Gandhi told us to be it. Obama told us to believe in it. But I'm here to simply tell you, just embrace it. The first step to fulfillment is embracing personal change. Freshman year, Calhoun offered me a vast array of extracurricular opportunities. However, I decided to dedicate my time based on what I thought I wanted to excel at, not what I actually enjoyed. I thought I was destined to pursue science, but the day before the Science Olympiad competition, still not being able to make my helicopter fly made me rethink that. At that moment, I decided to dedicate more of my time to model Congress and colony running instead. Without trying new things, I would never have discovered my true passion for public affairs, nor would I have transformed myself from a shy freshman to the confident young adult that I am today. So, this is the first step to embracing change. Be willing to try new things, so when you're at your lowest point, you are open to the greatest change. The second step to fulfillment is embracing communal change. In today's social media culture, it is easy to get instant gratification from flaunting the most positive aspects of our life. However, this self-centered mindset does not invest us in the success of the community as a whole. For me, I had plenty of exciting personal moments in high school, such as winning awards. Despite that, my most rewarding experience at Calhoun was training students how to write and debate in Model Congress. Seeing 7 of our members, one by one, going up to the podium to receive their awards after a year of training was more exciting than any one of my personal accomplishments. I'm sure many of the parents here today will agree that the second step to embracing change is living vicariously through the success you are able to foster with those you love. The third step to fulfillment is embracing global change. Let's face it, the world is facing many challenges, but all of us have an important role to play in solving them. During the 2018 election cycle, I had the opportunity to intern for State Senator John Brooks. I was able to knock on about 1,000 doors and talk to voters across Long Island, helping coordinate events with other candidates. On election night, I saw many of these candidates being elected for the first time. Just recently, as I saw many of these same officials vote to pass historic police reforms in Albany, I realized that any of us can play a part in global change. All of us here today, whether you realize it or not, have also played a role in global change. Whether it be reaching out on Challenge Day, participating in Relay for Life, or donating to the community cupboard, Calhoun has given us the tools to become active agents of global change. So, this is the final step to embracing change. Take an active step in fundamentally improving the structures of our global society. Personal, communal, and global. Class of 2020. We sit at the crossroads of our destiny, and as you embark on the next journey of your life, facing change is inevitable. Over these past 4 years, all of you, as members of the Calhoun community, have taught me these lessons. To find your place in the world, remember to embrace change through these 3 stages. I'm going to leave you all with an Uncle Iroh quote from my favorite TV show, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Destiny is a funny thing. You never know how things are going to work out. But if you keep an open mind and an open heart, I promise you'll find your own destiny someday. Thank you all. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Everybody needs to take a picture right now. Look at that. Come on. Here comes the sun, little run. Okay, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Our next speaker represents the faculty and staff, and as the advisor to the senior class, she will deliver the faculty farewell. Ms. Catherine Oresto, I cannot thank you enough for all your help with this class and in these unprecedented times. You have gone above and beyond to make the experience for this class as special and as memorable as it should be. Thank you.
Seniors, thank you for this opportunity to be with you today. Speaking for the teachers here at Calhoun, I can tell you that your journey through high school has been a memorable one. I'm thankful to have known the majority of you for the past 6 years, and I'm grateful for this chance to say goodbye. There's no better way for me to do that, I think, than to talk to you about something that I believe to be very important: books and the lessons they teach us. Books teach us the power of resilience and finding the good in even the most difficult situations. As Charles Dickens wrote, there was the best of times, there was the worst of times. Of course, the past few years have been some of the worst times for many of you. Failed friendships, failed classes, breakups, breakdowns, regrets, and remorse. It's easy to focus on the negative, but it's healthier to realize how much growth you've achieved through these obstacles and these hardships. The past few months have been especially difficult for many of you mourning the loss of many official and unofficial high school rites of passage, such as class night, cup day, and the last day of school countdown. But you are resilient. Don't focus on what has been taken from you these last few months. Focus on what you are taking away from your high school experience. Knowledge, of course, but also friendships, relationships, and memories. The class of 2020 has contributed to some of the strongest casts, ensembles, and teams Calhoun has ever had. Sitting before me are students who have forged strong bonds with teachers, coaches, and administrators here that transcend the walls of this building. We started new traditions because of you: the senior parade, honor cords for every honor society, personalized Instagram posts celebrating your plans for the fall. How lucky are you to be a part of this legacy? And think about how much there still is for you to look forward to. Some of the most important people in your lives, people who will become lifelong friends and family, are people you haven't even met yet. How exciting is that? If your required high school reading has taught you anything, I hope you look to the future with the same optimism that Jay Gatsby held so deeply in his heart. And so, we beat on. Books teach us that the search for identity is never meaningless. I fell in love with reading at a young age. I fell in love with reading because the activity has allowed me to exercise my imagination and feel and experience different emotions all at once. I fell in love with how consumed one can be in a single story. Most of all, I fell in love with the fact that every time I finished a book, I realized how it changed me in some way. Whether it was opening my eyes to a new point of view, forcing myself to answer difficult questions, or taking me to a place I had never been before. I'm different every time. I tend to lose myself in books, but I also find myself in them. Books have a profound impact on how we see the world. Those who write are quite literally our cultural narrators. The stories they tell shape our worldviews, whether we realize it or not. As an English teacher, I beg of you to never stop reading. It's how we evolve as human beings, and it's how we become our best selves. Lastly, as the late, great Toni Morrison famously said, books are a form of political action. Books are knowledge. Books are reflection. Books change your mind. She's right. Books teach us to make an effort to understand others and to stand up for what we believe in. Now more than ever, books are essential to our individual growth and our growth as a society. Reading helps us to empathize with others. In short, reading makes us human. What we know matters, but who we are matters more. People will remember you for your character, not for your grades in high school. So as you move on, be good and do good. And for God's sake, read. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. In a world of Tom Buchanan's, be an Atticus Finch. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Before I certify you as graduates, I'd just like to say a few words. From Ms. Tracy Miller, you heard about the responsibility you will have to lead the world and solve its problems because your lives are different than anyone who has ever come before. Certainly, your graduation ceremony is different than any other ceremony this year. Nothing, though, is ever truly lost, and it's just your experience that you have lived. From our students, we heard how embracing change can lead to transformation within us. And those transformations help us to be the people that we're meant to be. You heard what we lived through together during the last 18 years of your lives and how those shared experiences will make you stronger. From me in that video that I sent out a few weeks ago as my message to you, you heard that the only way to solve problems is to lean on each other and to empathize and to persevere and to be resilient. You, class of 2020, have had a series of life lessons in these past few months that, well, if you choose to take the challenge, they could be the biggest, most important events of your life to send you to the next level and to make you world changers. I know you will do great things, and I know you're going to solve the problems that we face, and I wish you well in that conquest. I'd like to take a moment to thank BM Broadcasting for live streaming this ceremony and for all their help in creating the virtual experiences for our awards. I would like to thank Mrs. Berlisi and our secretarial staff for helping to plan the ceremony and for all the extra help our staff and faculty made to help make this ceremony as special as it can be. I'd like to thank Mr. Martin Roman and our custodial staff for helping with the setup of our fields and making our property beautiful. I'd also like to thank Nicole Devlin up in the sound booth for helping us with the music today. I would also like to thank all of you, our guests, for being here, for braving the rain, for sitting in this beautiful sun right now, enjoying this moment. Thank you for being here to celebrate and to be a part of this momentous day. I now have the responsibility to confirm the academic accomplishments of our graduates. I certify that the students before me have completed the requisite number of credits and passed the required New York State exams in order to participate in this ceremony. Graduates, before my final words, you may move your tassels from the right side of your caps to the left. And now, with the authority vested in me by the New York State Education Department and the Belmore Merit Board of Education, I declare you the class of 2020, graduates of Calhoun High School. And now, please, we're going to start from the front row on the right. You'll walk to the south gate onto the softball field. You'll get your parting gift. And then you'll go up to the doors by room 100 to get your diploma and any awards you might have. Thank you so much for celebrating here. I wish you well, class